my people on YouTube know.
Hey, Zach, how are you today?
Julie, it's Friday, so I'm very thankful, and it's another week that we got through COVID, and looking forward to what's going to happen for these next few months.
Yeah,
What?
we're
What?
all anticipating, right?
Yes, I want to know what's going on. What's going to happen for the next 2 months because I got stuff from Bureau of Labor Statistics that I want to discuss.
But you know what? When
What?
we don't have COVID, are we asking what's going to happen in a couple months? We're pretty much settled with where we are. So let's just be settled with where we are.
Hmm.
What do you
Good
think?
point. It's a good
I
point,
mean,
Julie.
I like
Live in the
that.
present moment. Live in the present moment.
right. Absolutely.
Hey. All right. I like that.
Darryl, let us hear what you have to tell us today.
All right. Well, my news comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, dated August 7th at 8:30 a.m. And this is the employment situation for July 2020. It says the total non-farm payroll employment rose by 1.8 million in July, and the unemployment rate fell to 10.2%. The United States Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. It says these improvements in the labor market reflected the continued resumption of economic activity that had been curtailed due to the coronavirus pandemic and efforts to contain it. In July, notable job gains occurred in leisure and hospitality, government, retail trade, professional and business services, other services, and healthcare. The household survey data in July, the unemployment rate declined by 0.9% point to 10.2, and the number of unemployed persons fell by 1.4 million to 16.3 million. Despite declines over the past 3 months, these measures are up by 6.7 percentage points and 10.6 million, respectively, since February. So the establishment survey data, the total non-farm payroll employment rose by 1.8 million in July, less than the increase of 4.8 million in June and 2.7 million in May. In July, non-farm employment was lower than its February level by 12.9 million or 8.4%. The largest employment increases in July occurred in leisure and hospitality, government, retail, professional and business services, other services, and healthcare. Now, I wanted to highlight just two things, and that was employment in leisure and hospitality. Leisure and hospitality increased by 592,000. 592,000 increase.
Hmm.
Yeah, accounting for about 1/3 of the gain in total non-farm employment in July. And in July, retail trade added 258,000 jobs.
Hmm.
Employment in the industry is 913, lower than in February. Says in July, nearly half of the job gain in retail trade occurred in clothing and clothing accessory stores. So as you can see, although our numbers are still not where they were, you can see that they are starting to come back.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little time. Um, the as everyone, I don't know if everyone is following what's going on between the Senate and Congress. However, there's no deal yet.
Mm-mm.
There's no deal yet.
Well, maybe if
So,
they wait long enough, they'll get down to 3% unemployment over the next, month, which probably is not going to happen. But maybe there's some reason why it's. I mean, I understand that we don't agree, but maybe there's some strategy in that. I don't know.
well, guess
Because
what?
if you see the unemployment's going down, more people are working. So do they really need $600 a month? Could we get away with
Right.
400?
Well,
I don't know. But
well,
those
this
people are still out
it's
of work.
it's definitely an incentive, right? If
Yeah.
I know that you're not rushing to to give me my money, I'm gonna get back out there and get my job. 'Cause I got to pay my rent, my bills, and everything else, right?
You got that right, Darryl.
All right. Well, what do you have?
Well, I still can't get my hair cut because in California, we're shut down. Can't get your hair cut, can't get your nails done, can't get a massage. These are all luxury things, and we just can't get them. I mean, I just want a haircut. So
I'll cut it.
I'm affected
Don't
by
worry.
that.
I'll cut. Wait a minute. Who's closer, me or Zach?
To what?
Who's closer to you, me or Zach?
Zach?
Me.
Zach, go give her a haircut, please.
I got a haircut today, just to let you know.
Oh, yeah, you're making me jealous. Well, so finance. So deal flow still coming in really strong. I would say we've seen a decrease in price this week on Freddie. So came down 2 to 4 bips. It's not a lot, but you know, when you're talking millions and millions of dollars, again, we're seeing, and I'm sure Zach will talk about this, we don't see a lot of decrease in pricing on these properties. So
Yeah.
a little bit here and there. Again, we talk about if you can get into younger properties at these low interest rates and eliminate some of this CapEx expenses, I mean, it's a great strategy. So I got that. And remember, we still do have the reserves. Those have not gone away. If you're on a Freddie adjustable conventional, so over $6 million, you could go to nine months. But for the most part, you're looking at 12 to 18 months of reserves, and that's principal and interest. So we still have that in effect, and we don't know when that's going to be ending, but it will be returned to you a minimum of 9 months. So remember that. And then also great time to be refinancing. I know we talked a little bit about this last week. We were really lucky and we got refinance a property that was on the maturity date. So talk about making things happen and really saying a couple Hail Marys. We got it done. And so great time to refinance. Make sure that all your paperwork is in order. Our lenders are going deep and looking at everything. So be prepared. You know, you could be a Boy Scout right about now. All right, that's all I got.
So
How about you, Zach?
All right.
Yeah. I think, I was speaking to a prominent investor in Houston this week, and, just as you said, the delta between the prices for the properties have not come down. Mm-hmm. He foresees a correction happening in Houston. And he says, as long as the vaccine is prolonged, rent growth is going to go down and they're not going to have what they want. And so what is the percentage going to be? I don't know. Could it be 10%, 20%? I don't know. Probably not 20%, but I don't know. But that is something that's it's gonna affect Houston as we don't see a vaccine come into play. That's something that's going to happen. And I was talking to a lot of first-time buyers as well this week, and I think something just to bring back to the foundations is having everything prepared going into when you're looking for deals, knowing your market, knowing why you want to get in that market, having your team set up, who's going to be your lender, who's going to be your attorney, how are you going to finance the deal, where's the equity coming from. So just having that stuff in place, I thought is really good for first-time investors. And this saves us a lot of time and just sending them the right deals. And so, I think that was just something I just wanted to bring up that I thought would be really good to share on this Friday.
Yeah, and I would second that. I mean, that's really important, especially our underwriters they're open for business. They are scrutinizing, and a lot of people say, okay, I found a deal. Well, where is it? It's in North Carolina, but I live in Chicago. We really need to have people that are in the location. So I would start looking for boots on the ground. I would look for a deal sponsor in those situations that is in that market, that has some deal flow, that has some properties, that is doing business there. And, you really have to, we have to know as a lender that our money is going to the right group, right?
And Julie, can you share maybe, how are they going to management, self-manage versus another management company, how that affects the lending as well?
Yeah, well, especially if you're a new investor, you're getting into syndication, you're looking for deals, we are going to require third-party property management. That's going to be it. And it's going to be for your first, second, and third properties on Fannie or Freddie. Now, if you're working with a deal sponsor who has properties there, who can help you and oversee, and they are used to managing their own, then we're going to have that discussion. But yes, you are typically going to need to have boots on the ground and have be close to the asset and be able to provide all that information up front. Yep.
Wow, that's excellent
Yeah.
to know. That's one reason why I do what I do when it comes to the Lunch and Grow event, so that people can network together. Who's doing these deals? Where are your deals? Maybe you and I are doing the same deal. So if we're working on the same deal, instead of me competing against you and you against me, how about you and I team up together to take that deal down? So there may be experience that I have that you're looking for. There may be something that you need that I have. So I think that's excellent for what you're saying, and that's why I like to do what I'm doing on my end, to bring people together that could work together and take down this deal, and so forth. The one thing Julie had mentioned like last week, she said, Zach, would you mention to people about how they should talk to brokers? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, with me being a broker, I had someone call me up and say they were looking for commercial multifamily, right? And I'm like, okay, so give me, what's your criteria? He was like, well, he didn't really have a criteria. He just wanted a good deal, he said. And I'm like, and I told him, I said, listen, let me tell you, the average broker will hang up on you.
Yeah.
I said, but I want to teach you. So you got some work to do. As long as you're willing to listen to what I got to tell him up front, you got some work to do. But as long I'm gonna teach you what to do, how to do it, because he didn't know how to underwrite either.
Okay, that's a lot of work there, Darryl.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let Zach talk about what should people say to a broker where they don't get hung up on.
Yeah, like at the same time is, you never want to hang up on anyone because you never know where they're going to be in 5-10 years. And
That's true.
I've seen people, make it happen. But there are things that you could say on the phone that credits you in the sense, and also being transparent and honest, say, hey, this is my first deal, but coming prepared means a lot. So knowing what location you want to be in, knowing who's going to be the deal sponsor, how you're going to raise the equity, who's gonna finance it. Having all those things ticked and tied does bring you credibility. And one thing I learned about buying off-market deals, I learned from my partner, is the best way to buy off-market deals is buy a listed deal first. Because once you buy a listed deal, you get put on everyone's radar that, hey, you're actually a real active investor, and there's someone that they can trust to send deals to, that they know they're going to be able to close. And because the last thing you want to do is, prolong things and it just puts everyone's time wasted and stuff like that. But, if you're honest, transparent, prepared, we're happy to work with you. And that's the best way. And just slowly build a relationship. If you're not at 1,000 units, this is your first deal, that's fine. Like everyone started somewhere. And so it's advising them and helping them get to what their goals are. And I think that's the best way.
Fantastic.
Great information. I would say that your reputation is some of that is all you have. You don't have a lot other that somebody could take from you, but they can take your reputation. You can give them a bad reputation. You're giving up some of you. So it's really important to keep that intact by making good decisions, by presenting yourself in a knowledgeable way. Providing value for these people, whether it's for your investors or for your brokers, have a reason for them to call you back. You know, can we get to lunch? Can we go to lunch? Oh, not this week. Okay, how about next week? No, not next week. Okay, I'll call you the following week. How about this week? There's got to be some way that you can build the relationship and really work on that. That should be a goal.
And another great thing that I've seen is, you know, if a deal is sent to you, it's okay to say no, but provide feedback on why you said no in a quickly manner, and just because it brings communication on both parts, saying, okay, that's not the right deal for that person, or that person said no. But when a deal is sent and there's no communication, I don't think it helps any party. And so having constant communication on both sides is very valuable in building the relationship and the trust.
I have a question, Zach. I think I know the answer, but you've got 10 people, all different LOIs, 10 people, and you've got some that are new, some that are very experienced. The ones that are really experienced, you know that they have a track record, but they're not at the highest price. You got a guy who is coming in high, he's inexperienced. Which one are you going to take?
Yeah, I think, you know, being in that situation is, you know, relaying that to the seller, saying this is the position we're in, you know, what is, and knowing what is the percentage that we're going to be able to close, and advising them, and at the ultimate decision, it's their decision, but it give them, you know, the viewpoints that, hey, this is what I've seen, this is what's come to the table, but being that, you know, advisor role, saying, you know, how bad do you want to close? Can you afford not to close? And so I understand what you're saying, and it's a tricky situation, but just being transparent and giving the information to the seller and letting him make that final decision.
Sure, makes sense. But at the same time, if that new person has a good relationship with you and he is higher, you know, it's all about reaching out and having that relationship. While he may not have experience, now you have that strong relationship, and, you know, that's going to take you farther than somebody off the street that is, you know, maybe is even higher priced than you, but you have that relationship. It's super valuable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that for sure.
So Darryl, what's going on this weekend? What are you working on? Anything? You working on your garden? You putting back the trees? What's going on?
I got to clean up the rubbish in the back from the storm. I'll probably get my lawnmower and just go over it and let it be mulched into the ground. But I think I'm just going to really relax, because this whole week has been sort of rough, you know. And I had to
very rough for you.
And I live in Jersey, and I drove to Maryland to get my generator.
Because there wasn't anything close to you.
No.
Wow. How far is that?
All the generators were sold out.
How's that drive? What's that drive?
It was a beautiful drive. It was about 2 hours.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it was a beautiful drive. My wife and I just drove down, relaxed, and picked up the generator. Now I got to take it back. It has a defect.
Oh, gosh. That's terrible.
Yeah, it didn't pull the refrigerator.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
It didn't pull the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And it's a 6,500 watt. It's a big one by Generac. Yeah.
Sorry, Darryl.
So Zach, what you doing this weekend?
I think I'm catch up on sleep and not drink coffee. I think it's one of those weeks, and I think also I'm gonna get some sun. I haven't seen sun in a long time, in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. All right. And what about you, Julie?
I'm driving an RV across to the Grand Tetons and to Yellowstone.
Really?
Yeah, so I won't be here, you guys. You guys can do without me?
Yeah, I'm going to
try. Survive?
Oh, man. You'll be back Friday, right?
It's going to be tough, Zach. You got to find your feminine inside you to, bring it out next week.
Uh-oh.
It's there. It's there.
Don't show up in a dress. That's all I ask.
You got it.
Well, listen, everyone, y'all have a good weekend.
Yep.
I see everyone. And listen, everyone. Oh, Julie, tell everybody how they can get in contact with you.
Thank you. I am available. Email jpeterson@oldcapitallending.com or give me a buzz, 972 833-2774.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Darryl.
And Zach, how can everybody get in contact with you?
Yeah, best way, cell phone, 713-855-7375, or you can find me on LinkedIn or email me at zach.week, W-E-I-K, at multifamilygrp.com.
Fantastic. And everyone knows how to get in contact with me. All you have to do is hit me up down below. Also, we're on YouTube. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Tell me what information you want me to bring to the table, something to educate everyone. So every Tuesday, Lunch and Grow commercial multifamily meeting, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would love to have you. This is where we network, meet other people. So please come, please join us. And everyone else, see y'all next Friday here on the Weekend Brief. Y'all take it easy, Julie and
See you
Zach.
later.
Take it easy.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.